You good to go? Let's go. Shashi Fonseka,
Yeah.
thank you so much for making it here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really happy and really glad to be here.
Oh no, I follow your page on Instagram, the Cake Craze.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a dessert person. I have dessert first, then I have the meal, and then I have the dessert after as well.
Really? Yeah.
So tell us your story, Shashi. How did it all start? How did you get into cakes?
I can say it's by accident.
Okay.
Yeah. I was not a cake decorator or like anything into this thing, this cake industry. Yeah. I was a teacher before.
Okay.
I was a mathematics teacher after my graduation, and just right after that I started teaching in Sri Lanka and UAE as well. When I moved to Dubai, I taught for like 3 years here in Dubai. Then I had to give up my career because I have boys. I had 3 boys. I had to take care of them. I gave up. I'm not that sad, but I'm so happy to be with them, and I didn't want to leave them at home with anyone else, and I couldn't do that.
Right.
So after a few years, when they are settled down, I want to do something for myself. So I was looking for, I need to do something. I wanted a break, and I was looking for something for doing myself and explore something. Then when their birthdays comes, I wanted to do the cakes by myself. When they ask these and that, kids, they ask this character, that cartoon. I said, I'll give it a try. I can do it myself. I'll give it a try. So I started, my first cake was like Tintin cake.
Okay.
Yeah, they love Tintin comics and all. They wanted a Tintin cake, and they want the characters in it. So I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. And I had a friend who does cakes already. And I asked few tips from her. She helped me with that. And then YouTube and Google. That's all.
Right.
That's all. I search everything. I got the tools, whatever necessary tools that time. And then I started. Yeah, it went really well. And that's how I started. Then I did cakes for my husband's birthday and for my friends, my aunt, and I did. So I said, no, I'll start doing this for my friends and family. Yeah.
Which is nice. And how long ago was this? When
That
did you
is
start?
6 years ago. 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Not that long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say it's not that long. You don't have culinary experiences before this.
No, not at all.
But you still are doing many projects, international projects.
Yeah. And then, when social media, it's huge right now. The knowledge is everywhere. You can see the international artists. You can see Instagram, Facebook, how this art has developed now. Now, back in the days, when you think of cakes, it's just a cake and flowers on it. That's all. Now it's totally different. It's a new genre. Like it's new.
It's beyond.
Beyond
Yes,
that. Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's beyond that. So people make bust cakes and life-size creations with this edible art. With the sugar, out of sugar, all these are sugar. It's sugar paste.
Right.
So people create wonders with that. Artists, you can really admire them, and you can see when people do that, you get inspired and you try to, and the colors, it's all about the colors and the shapes when you create an art. So you can create magic with that.
Before we get more into your collaborations, tell us the challenges that you faced. And also, how did you manage, like you said, you have 3 boys.
Yeah.
How did you manage time and getting all these things done?
Yeah, at the beginning, it was a really challenge. My younger son was like, I think 3 years old that time. Yeah, 2.5, 3 when I just, starting this. So he used to wake up in the night. He used to come and, kids, they want mommy all the time. So the time was the really challenge to finding time for this, this takes hours to make a figure. You have to concentrate on it. You have to make the colors. You have to think of it. You need some time for that. The time was the challenge actually, when they were small. So when I do a cake for my friend or like that, I used to wake whole night. stay awake, and I used to work in the night when they are in bed, once they are settled. And then I started around 8, 9 until go on 5 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I did at the beginning. It's the passion that I have. I love it, and I loved what I did. So that's how I started the challenge. And then the time is the challenge, When you are a mom, you have to help with the kids' homework. That's a challenge I'm facing right now also, When you're doing something, a showpiece, when you are creating a art piece, you have to give the time for it. You have to imagine it, you have to think about, plan it, which techniques you're going to use it, how do you going to use it, which colors you're going to use it. You have to plan everything. That planning process I need to concentrate. Actually, the planning process take more time than actually creating it. So I do it in my mind. So when you have kids exams, you have to do homework with them, and you have to take them for swimming, that class. So the life is like that, but still life goes on, and I like what I do. Yeah.
And from that, when did you get your first break for the collaboration, international collaboration? You do a lot of work for magazines.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Can you talk a little bit about that? And how did it start? How did that recognition begin?
Yeah, the recognition came actually. There's an artist in USA, Sri Lankan artist. She hosted collaborations that time. I think that is 2019, the first one, my first collaboration. I did, it's about, the theme is Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Yeah, so artists, I think more than 30, 40 that time took part from all around the world. So they created, they go to, the website, Sri Lanka, and, like history and all. They choose something, and they create a cookie or a cake or some edible painting. They contribute with that. The theme is Sri Lanka, whatever related to Sri Lanka.
Right.
So I created a piece with this edible art, with edible colors, fondant, and everything. What I created is a scenery, a landscape in ancient ruins. There's an ancient city in Sri Lanka called Polonnaruwa.
Okay.
And there are these monkeys, macaque monkeys in the forest, and they hang out. That's their place. They hang around these ancient ruins. They move in packs. So I created scenery of these monkeys and the ancient ruins and the fig trees, the trees behind, the forest behind. I created that. So with that, I got a lot of attention. And it went in magazines. It was published in magazines like the most prestigious magazine in cake industry is the Cake Masters. It's a UK magazine. UK and published in UK and US. So it went in there. I got a lot of attention, and the other artists got to know me with that. That's how I got the attention. And so then what happened? The other artists in the other countries, they invited me for their collaborations. They choose people and they invited. So then all the whatever I did went on the magazines with the other artists. So people host, like. These artists, they take different themes, like current issues, like, Black Lives Matter. I took part in one collaboration. It's because we want to use our medium. This is sugar paste, edible fondant is our medium. So we like to use our medium to give out a message, express what we feel about, to talk about, raise our voices using our medium. Same as the other visual art.
Right.
Yeah. So there are collaborations about Canova art. The artist Canova, about his art, inspired by his art. One artist hosted a collaboration, so I took part in. So we get the attention. People get to know our talent. They see the sculpting talent, the figure modeling, human figure modeling. They get to see that. So we can showcase our talent with these collaborations actually.
What are the types of cake that, or should I say, what are the type of arts that you have already done?
the challenging work. I had to take challenges and do. I have done edible painting. I can say I'm expert in edible painting.
Nice.
Yeah, in drawing trees and landscapes and all. And then flower making. I'm not that much into the realistic flower making, but I feel the flowers. I like the flowers. I feel even though I do it, I feel it's not my thing.
Right.
So I like to do more human figures, cartoon figures, modeling. That is we call it edible modeling. I like to do modeling, edible modeling, and sculpting figures and all.
Because you were featured in one of the magazines where there were trees and there were people right in front who were dressed up as people from corporations, and some of the trees were cut, and that was a very powerful message.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
No,
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, that's the one I want to, because the the collaboration that I hosted, themed awareness of climate change and wild conservation by sugar artists.
Right.
The theme, the idea of it to make awareness, start a conversation about it, and make the people do little research about it, be mindful, think about what we should do, what is our responsibility and all, to give how do I say that? Give a little spark, like something like that, to give. When people look at, but I have another problem as well, expressing the message. Some people don't understand it. I felt they don't understand, because when people look at cakes, they expect something elegant cakes with flowers and all. But I thought I should continue what I do, and they will get it eventually. Eventually, they will understand it. Yeah. And I got a lot of response for that. Yeah, and magazines, they reached out to me, and they will publish it. And one magazine published it, and they made a new feature for this particular cake, a feature like story behind the art, in their magazine, and they published it in like more than 2 pages. And I'm submitting tutorials for magazines as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have done one recently about edible painting for spring. Spring is coming.
So one can create art from cake without lactose or nuts. So there are substitutes for all of that, without eggs as well.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's nice.
It's amazing. They, looking for something, and there is social media. If one trying, it's, TikTok and all, there are more positive side, even though there are downsides as well. When someone posted a recipe for something, people try out. They get to know. The knowledge passes. It spreads fast, very fast.
Any message that you want to give out to people out there who want to begin their culinary journey, or maybe start baking cakes or do some art from cake as well?
Yeah, if you are good in art, you will make wonders in this industry.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do. Just go ahead, practice, keep creating. You have to keep creating, you have to get inspired by, even when you look at a tree or a leaf, there is a shape, there are lots of colors which we don't see. You have to look beyond.
So you need to have an eye for that.
You need to have an eye.
Okay.
Yes.
And if anyone wants to reach out to you, they can always do so through the Cake Craze on Instagram, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
They can reach out to me. I'm ready to help everyone out who want to go ahead and take part in this international collaborations and all. Yeah, I'm really glad to help them out.
Okay, brilliant. I'm going to mention your details on the link below. So if anyone wants to look out for the Cake Craze, Shashi Fonseka, feel free to do so.
Thank you.